Hello and welcome to another episode of GOA365 Story Behind the Story. I am Glenn Costa, and part 2 of this thing. This time I want to go in little harder on the issue that we discussed on the law and order, and whether it is people are they feel that they cannot rely on the authorities, on the government, on the judiciary, on the police, or is it this instant noodles or 2-minute noodles thing which is why people are reacting so badly. So let me reintroduce the panel for those who have joined us late, starting off with Bosco Bab George, former DIG of police, Siola was advocate, Yatish Bab Naik, BJP spokesman, Dr. Golda was psychologist, Clyde Crasto, NCP spokesman, and Mayur Parekh from Mumbai. Yeah, Clyde, you need to go. So yes, please.
Yeah. Glenn, you made a very valid point today. It's not about being a political spokesperson and talking politics. It's an issue that is very close to every individual's heart because it affects all of us. If I'm in Maharashtra, but if I come to Goa, if the law is not right there, it is going to affect me also. What I always feel is, for example, we spoke about, sometime a few days ago, a BJP sort of representative did not get seat in a train, and his goons beat up somebody, and they were thrown out of that seat and made him sit there. Then I think in Orissa you mentioned that some local guys came in and they beat up other people. In Maharashtra, MNS people went and beat up somebody. The question is the fear of law. Is it there? Why the fear of law is not there is because what happens is when you get political patronage and you know that if you commit a crime and one of our bosses, so-called bosses, the political leader will come and bail me out of bail not in the literal legal form, but bail me out of whatever I do, then the fear of law is not there because what happens is they know I will commit a crime, or he or she thinks that I'll commit a crime. Somebody will get me out of this, and they continue to do so. So the fear of the law is very important. Absolutely, that's what I'm trying to tell. I'm getting it.
Look at that. The guy is a history sheeter. He's been and like he's just. What's going
so on? I think Glenn, it's the job of all of us, people who are in the political spectrum, people who are there in the law and order, in the judiciary, to set examples. Unless and until we set examples, put the fear of law. Unfortunately, we have to use this line, fear of law, because law should not have fear in people. Law should be a discipline that people should follow. So fear of law is very important because all these goons, all these criminals who commit the crimes do not have fear of the law because they know they have some political patronage. And I think this is where all politicians to actually come together and say, we should not allow political patronage. We should not allow these goons to go and, if 18-year-old boy calls saying, I'm not wearing a helmet, and a leader will say, he should tell the police now, reprimand him, fine him, double the fine because he called me also. So I think somewhere Goa needs to also come to terms with that. Smaller states, smaller people, and there is a lot of infighting. Glenn, there's a lot of infighting within the Goa government also. I'm sure the BJP spokesperson will have a lot to say about what I'm saying. But they are infighting. Sure of that. There's so much infighting going on. First, they need to put their house in order.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll get that client. We'll have a discussion on that once this new reshuffle happens. It's going to happen soon. I'm on record on that. Then we'll get you in on that. Mayur Bab, tell me what exactly is this? Is this the fear of the law, like your client was saying? Now, you as a journalist, you've seen this. लोग फोन करते हैं डायरेक्ट ये करने का है वो करने का है. नाउ सम जर्नलिस्ट कॉल्ड अप द हेल्थ मिनिस्टर इन गोवा. वो आके वो तो इसको गाली मारा. द सीएम हैड टू इंटरवीन and I don't know, somebody apologized to some chairism. I don't know, that's all conjecture. But ये सब क्या culture? What is this VIP culture? Is this not going to destroy the state? Look at it in West Bengal, after the car case, forget it happened. Even after that, in the law college, a particular MLA cleared a history sheeter to become a member of that college. One. Second thing is, imagine girl students were too scared to attend classes because of him. Where are the parents of those girls? When it's one by one all those cases will come out. But what is this issue? What is the political class across parties? What is it making our society? Is this what we are like fighting for so long, to let it get down to this level? Mayur Bab?
Well, Glenn, Today what I find is that influence of web series on youngsters and influence
Okay.
of social media. Yeah, yeah, I actually see this. I mean, like this culture always existed. But now it is increased. What is the reason for it? What do we see in web series?
क्या है?
What do we see in Mirzapur? All right. What do we see in Panchayat? All right. That the influence can do anything. So now youngsters are inclined towards those who are influential people. They want to get in touch with those people who are influential and trying to use or replicate what they've seen on the screen into their life, and then they want to prove it that yes, whatever I saw, now I implement it. Something, this is one thing. And even the person who is helping to shield the crime or help this kind of history cheaters want to prove that their point that yes, we are above law. So I definitely say that the person who is taking the help of influential people is the criminal, but the person who is helping these people are more criminal because they are in the position to play with the law, and actually a law should be more harsh towards these people who are helping the wrongdoers.
कभी होगा क्या वो? आप क्या बोल रहे हो? वो कभी होगा? आप हंस
The
रहे हैं।
MLAs are the lawmakers. When the lawmakers become the lawbreakers, it is very difficult to stop it. But yeah,
Mayur
a
bhai,
media
क्या
trial
है?
can at least feel them ashamed of themselves,
I
their
don't know,
own
that वो
self, the
तो
kind
पॉलिटिक्स
of
में जब वो गया ना, वो तो शेम में वो हो गया। आपको पता है। मयूर भाई, मैं आपको क्या पूछ रहा हूँ? Is it ever going to be possible for थोड़ा तक control, like the institutions, like the courts or the things, to do their job? Because if it's not, this is a slippery slide, don't you think?
you need a
Slippery
TN
slide to where, I
session for
don't know.
this.
Huh?
You need a new TN session. You need Govind Raghav Khairnar. All right. If an officer, a government officer, a Khairnar, went out and demolished the building of Dawood Ibrahim, and it was the time when like people scared of Dawood Ibrahim. A single officer, Govind Raghav Khairnar. And we have got a TN session asking a candidate that I am going to cancel your nomination if you don't submit your accounts. Alright, so yes, definitely this can be done, but we need a people with the very high caliber, non-corrupt and very law-abiding people on top of the position and with the free hands.
Okay, thanks Mayur Bab. Now, I'm bringing the politicians into it. Now, is this going to happen? Hoga? Because I don't see, I'm on record, I don't see something like this happening. When I see, why I'll tell you also because somehow, whatever, some glitch, my phone is on the net. I find guys calling me up, "Arey boss, I need you to do this thing for me." 365 minutes. What? No, this happened and somebody is parking his car in front of my house. Could you please get it done? There's a police case. My Somansi is abusing me. Could you please speak to the police station? I said, you filed the complaint. Have you filed a complaint? No. Why are you calling me up? No. Well, in news, no. So put the news, then things will get done. And kids, it's not very, old. As politicians, we know, are you all not pushing this culture? VIP culture, as we called it.
No, see, it's like this, you have to analyze the trend in the society.
This is
you have to understand what is happening in the society, how society
I'm not talking about Goa.
No, I'm talking pan-India.
I'm talking about India, across political parties, across governments, across everything.
Therefore, I'm saying you have to understand.
Doctor, I want you to respond to his political insight.
No, you have to understand the trends that are catching up in the society. You have to understand the patterns that are evolving in the society. You have to understand how society is moving. And unfortunately, we are seeing a lot of economic offenses relating to money, duping people, digital arrests. Now, you see this, you call anybody continuously, you are alerted not to deal with people who have nothing to do with you. Yet, people are sort of hooking on to these random calls and doing some sort of transactions or getting allured into it. So, you know, society has changed and these kind of things are happening, unfortunately. People have to be vigilant. People have to be very vigilant. See, law enforcement agencies are doing their job, should do their job, and improvement is a continuous pursuit.
Absolutely.
You see, so to that extent,
The Kaizen concept. We need
so
to
everybody has to
incrementally
improve. That applies to you and me and everybody
Absolutely.
put
I
together
agree.
also.
Point taken.
So having said that, everybody has to improve, but police machinery is doing their job. Let them do their job even better, which they should endeavor,
Without
and they are
political
endeavoring.
interference.
See, nobody. See, it's very easy to speak. See, like that.
Okay, let's leave the
gentleman-
BJP. Let's leave the BJP
let
out
me-
of it.
let
Let's leave
me-
the BJP out of this. Now
I'm
you
not
tell me
talking
one thing.
politics.
No, yeah. Let's leave the BJP out of it because you have to. See, you go to West Bengal. Now this guy is a history sheeter. He has molested women. He's assaulted women. He has assaulted people, and he was taken as a staff because of a phone call or committee headed by a TMC MLA.
Therefore,
Wait.
I'm aware about the fact.
No, I'm stating it for the people. Many people are not. Second thing is, he is coming to college and he's doing whatever he wants and getting away with it because of the political influence.
And the principal says that I learnt about this case from the TV.
The
Or from the
principal has been,
newspaper.
with evidence which will come out now, has been intimidated by him.
Therefore, I'm
and
saying.
the teachers. So this is not political
Therefore,
interference.
I'm
Okay, you
saying
want to get
these-
BJP, I'll give BJP instead.
See,
But
these
I'm just talking
these
about
kind of instances
are happening
not
regularly, more
happen.
and more often.
Therefore, I'm saying should not happen. These are, you know, these are bad things happening in the society, and the system should not permit such things to happen.
Happens.
You see.
Okay, anyway.
Now, before that, I want
Before the
to
break, yes.
give a tail ender to what I had to say,
Yes, sir.
because our friend from Bombay, of the party that doesn't have great presence in Goa now,
Which-
has said
XCP, yeah.
that there is infighting. There is no infighting.
Ah,
in the
yeah,
government.
I knew you would get to that,
Okay,
but this
there
is not a
there
political
is- no,
discussion.
but
I'll
but
call
it
you
was
for
dragged into that
No,
line.
no.
So I want to put it straight that there is no infighting in the government here. So something that he is seeing from Bombay doesn't
Can I go for a
exist
break?
here.
We'll have another
Doesn't
discussion
exist
on that. I'll
here.
bring
So
client
he is.
back. Yeah, okay, thanks, Yatish. Anyway, we need to go in for a small break, and when on the other side, doctor, I want you to just talk to him. Keep watching. Welcome back. Yeah, as Yatish had said, and now Clyde is not on the show, so I will bring and we'll have a discussion in this political, not today, but please, we don't have time. Yeah, doctor, what is the scene now? You agree with what he says, or it is just out and out instant gratification, VIP culture, and as Mayur says, this Panchayat web series. What is it? Because
So-
things are like sad.
Absolutely. Now, a lot lies on personal accountability.
True.
If, as individuals, we do not take accountability of our actions, why should somebody else do that for us? That's my, that's what I've been thinking about lately. Also, what I have generally observed is that blame shift. I did this because so and so happened. Oh, the police are not doing their job, or there's a political party involved. Personal accountability is lacking. What also plays a role in this is rewards and punishments. The consequences that we face when we commit a crime or when we do something that is not socially acceptable, that is not the norm. What are the consequences? Are there harsh consequences? Are we lenient? It is all a case of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
But it's become very blatant, right?
It is absolutely blatant.
Was it so bad earlier, or was it some sort of, because this personal accountability is not in human nature. That is why, no, I'll tell you why. Because an Indian in India will break every rule possible, especially in North India. Let him go in the states and try and do that, see what happens. It doesn't happen. So the personal accountability to hoga nahi. It is not possible. This is what I feel. Maybe I am become a cynic after so many years in journalism, but it's not possible. So if that is not there, then where consequences stick
Let me
Trump. It's either velvet glove with a stick, or like Trump, iron hand and think what is it? What works?
So why is there no personal accountability? There is no personal accountability because it is not taught to us.
I see. Okay.
I mean, do I accept that I have made a mistake? If I accept that I have made a mistake, then I have to accept that I'm wrong.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But maybe with continuous explaining, talking about, thinking about it, reflecting, I'll learn to take personal accountability. That's when I'll have some peace of mind that okay, I did something wrong, now I can move forward.
Utopian idea, ma'am. 140 crore people here. You counsel everybody, it will like.
If they come to me, why not?
140 crore people, it will take like, I don't know how many centuries. Yeah. Yeah. Mayur, yes. Mayur.
Yeah, so Glenn, when we have a very neat, clean, very highly caliber person on the top, definitely they can make a difference.
But we have a very capable person at the top, but things are still happening. How come?
No. I
Prime
really,
Minister is very capable. Is very. I'm not being. It's a fact. But below that, what happens is like you see what's happening here. No.
No, you must have seen the IAS officer like a Chandrasekhar when a Thana adjoining city to the Mumbai was converted into whole shanties and kachara. He came into the picture and he made the city. Now today at many places in Thane, we could see that real estate prices are as equal to Mumbai city. So definitely I believe
Exception,
so.
Mayurji, exception. These are not the rule. This is an exception. This is not the rule. Rule is 140 crore people यार 4-5 जान ऐसा करते हैं तो क्या होगा? किधर कुछ नहीं होने वाला है.
My dear Glenn,
आपके हिसाब से होगा क्या?
Glenn, the Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, refused to take a single dose of a COVID, and still the whole of the Japan did not had COVID like a pandemic like a situation in Japan only because of discipline and following the laws. All right. So the point is that finally it comes directly onto us that what we are doing, what we are following, to whom we are calling, and how do we want to make our society. So it's a responsibility of individual also.
Then in that case now, sorry, Dr. Golda and you, I totally disagree with you all. Anyway, yeah.
No, I'll give an example.
We not disagree that it's right, but disagree that it will not happen. That's what I am going to disagree with. Very difficult.
See, it's all part if there is a failure in the response of any force. I'll give you a small incident when I had just joined as SDPO Vasco. It must be the second day when I was in the office, and it had a glass door, and I noticed a very elegant lady entering into the police station. So she went in and this thing. So I just called. I said, "Why is that lady?" I just out of interest said, "Why she has come?" So she said, "Sir, she has been involved in a murder case and she has to report to the police station now that she's on bail." I was a bit surprised that how come this lady was involved in a murder case. So I just wanted to know the facts. So I spoke to the officer and then I called that lady. I said, "Tell me what exactly." I said, see, bottom line was that her daughter was being harassed because she was going in the bus to school, and it became so bad that she finally did not want to go to school. So then I asked that lady, I said, so she engaged someone to kill the goon. That was this thing. So I said, "Why didn't you come to the police station?" So she said, "Kitla party ho police station hai." That's when I realized it was our failure. And then I called during the roll call at night and I said, we are responsible. Of course, it never happened during my tenure. It must have happened much earlier. But I said, we collectively are responsible because the citizen has taken the step, because they couldn't get the proper response. Now maybe at that point of time the law was also weak. Okay, you what is this thing?
No, our laws are very strong. Yeah.
During those days, yes. I mean, whether you could detain him under preventive arrest, or whether it was done and then after it was not taken forward. So many things were there. But that's learning that we took back, that at least when these things come, it can lead to such things.
It's been happening on a regular basis today.
So that's what my basic point is. It didn't happen now. This has happened also in the past.
And see now, like you talk about the TMC thing, you talk about the TMC or the Orissa thing. It's open, and these guys actually have the guts to record it. How intelligent or how blatant or how arrogant you are.
And other thing, Glenn, today social media, it comes out, so you feel there's a huge, it's like a shower coming on everything.
It's not. See, I tell you. Now I know that what Yatish is trying to say. No, don't create a frenzy. But let me say one thing before I bring your line. Let me say one thing. Accidents in Goa were always happening at this level as the vehicles went up, because the roads are not any better. In fact, the roads probably are at the best state they ever were in like so many since I was. One, robberies, murders, everything was happening. It's not that they were not happening. Smart city was smart city for 10 years. The only time all these things started coming up and things started improving is when the media started covering it. The only time when it came out from the carpet, that's when things started improving. So I'm not, how can you say now, when I remember when we were kids, the dadagiri was huge. You could not roam around. In colleges they used to come and beat up people, and there was so many. It's not that it was not there. So how can you say that it was not? It just now that because of the media, because of the internet, things are coming out, and then more, and the political class is getting under pressure because they are in many ways the culprit and also the reflection of society. Siola ma'am, what do you have to say on this? You've been quiet for some time.
No, that's all right. I wanted to in fact address what you are talking about in Kolkata, what has happened. First we had that RG car rape case. Again it was a doctor or a medical student who unfortunately lost her life. Here this law student just maybe has fallen short of losing her life. Fortunately she has survived. It is gang rape, which is one of the most heinous things, incomparable to anything else. We have been law students at one point. We have also done student activism. We have also been in class representation and university representation. So student politics was a part of my life as well. We used to have late meetings. And we were moving around with males and females and everybody. There never was that thought process in our head that possibly there can be a rape. But today it looks like a law student is, by the way, more empowered than a lawyer, because if you meet a law student, they'll always say I'm a law student.
No, exactly.
So they are more empowered. At least they feel so. But today now we have, the environment is such, it's very unfortunate that a female law student has to think twice about learning law. In Goa, our judges are 83% female. Trial court, including High Court, and now we have a bench also in the Honorable High Court. So that means these individuals were once upon a time law students, but today's law students, female ones, have to think twice. Most unfortunate.
I don't know in Goa, but in probably
yes, but the ripple effect is there. Ripple effect is there because
parents
get worried, and we are taking a chance. It looks like today is going to be the rape, tomorrow. That's the thing. That's the thought process which comes into the mind of the person who can possibly be a victim. I'm a member of the TMC. I
forgot about that.
I laud our MP Mahua Moitra, who has brought it up.
But then your MP...
Yes. No, she has gone against the MLA also, gone against the other MP also. They have spewed some kind of misogynistic hate at her.
Why is it that your High Command has not yelled at them and told them to shut up and sit down in the corner?
But MP Mahua Moitra has done that.
Yes,
and they have also ensured that these are student body people. They have some student body, Chhatra something it is called. So they have also not only distanced themselves, but they have also said that these students we don't want to support them, and they have got no political support whatsoever.
Okay.
In this kind of one situation, we can say that something here.
No, I disagree. Why? Sorry, I'm not taking your side, Yatish, but I completely disagree here. Why? because this is a big issue. Bengal is going for elections. Why didn't Mamta Di come out and directly reprimand and censure these MPs and this MLA? Why was not he suspended? The committee is still on. Same thing she did in Car. Now one. Second, didn't suspend. It took a long time, became big issue. Second thing, even in Orissa, there is no action against that BJP leaders people. BJP leader, nothing has happened. Those rapists were removed and garlanded in a BJP run state.
Gujarat also.
Gujarat, what happened? What happened to the guys who supported them? No, it is across political parties. Across is my point. That's why I am saying that the political system, you have to either support a goon or be a goon to be in elections. So I have lots of money, I feel. Yeah, sorry, I'm not calling you a goon, Yatish, please. You don't jump on me on that.
I have not contested.
He has not been in elections.
I am out of time, but this not this exactly, but little political side, because this thing became a little political ultimately, which I think, I don't know.
Everything works on politics.
Yeah, it works on politics.
No, but I just want to add one small thing.
Completely out of
time. Then only 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yes, we are disempowered because government is
Who's
not taking
disempowered?
us as a population disempowered. Government is not taking care of us. They know that in Pakistan, in Nepal and in Bangladesh, people are sitting with our phone numbers and calling us and asking for our money. They are okay with it. They have not done anything. We are
The Prime
disempowered.
Minister,
No.
the
That
Prime
doesn't.
Minister
See,
has gone on record.
they've got a helpline, that
Yeah.
toll line, all that is
Yeah,
there. But
that-
people
this
should
is-
be.
Yeah,
People should
this
be
is
now.
personal accountability. This is something that they should do. Your money here. Anyway. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, Bosco, Yatish Bab, ma'am. First time. Hopefully we'll see you more on this channel. See you all. Thank you, and thanks to Mayur and thanks to Clyde. So this is something that I don't know. See, ultimately we are responsible for our thing, no doubt, but we need a little bit of help. Nobody can grow on his own, especially not human beings, and we need help from the authorities, from the government. Thanks, and keep watching GOA365.